Merry Christmas from the Philippines. This is my second Christmas here, and yeah, it's it's not a white Christmas. I can tell you that. Those kind of days are over. I don't care if I ever see snow again, but just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. So recently, I did some cleanup on aisle five. I'll just throw that in there. Not much going on. Went for a ride over to 7-Eleven today to get me a loaf of bread. Now, tomorrow, Christmas Day, I plan on making bread. Hey, it gives me something to do, right? And I give a loaf to neighbors and, Merry Christmas. It's just another day for me. It's not the same the past 4 years as what it has been. Hopefully, someday before the next Christmas, then maybe I'll get into the Christmas spirit. But I'm still just not in the celebratory mood, I guess, and getting wore out. Christmas from September till middle of January. I don't get it. For me, Christmas has always been from Thanksgiving until Christmas, and then between Christmas and New Year, you take your tree down, take your decorations down. By the time the new year comes, yeah, you're ready to start a whole new year. It's not the same here. So I guess I've had Christmas fatigue. Early September, I'm singing, "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas." If you go back and see that video, sorry for the singing. I try not to do that. So, yeah, I went for a ride over to 7-Eleven today on the motorcycle. Now, if you've watched my video, you know that it's not quiet anymore. But it's also almost 50% more horsepower. And to get that, you open up the exhaust system. Well, I try to be a good neighbor, ride second gear like 20 kilometers an hour, barely off idle. And believe me, you just barely touch that throttle and you'll blip it. And I try not to, I'm trying to be a good neighbor. But today I came by and the guards, they give me this sign, as I come through the guard shack. And so I gave it one little blast, and then just continued on my way. Got up around the corner and I saw the roving guard who always stops by and talks to me. Really a friendly guy, nice guy. And I saw him, he had turned down the road before mine. And so I gave him one little blast and, then, come back down, parked it in my carport. He comes riding up and he's got his walkie talkie and he says, "Sir Marshal," he says, "there's been a complaint. It doesn't matter where in the world you go, there's always going to be a Karen." So I gave myself about an hour and a half to calm down. Then I composed a nice little message on our HOA Facebook page. And Merry Christmas to everyone except for the Karen that decided that she enjoys the traffic noise on Juan Nepomuceno. That's the road by the guard shack. Constant truck and scooter traffic going past. This person also doesn't mind the nightly scooter races out here on Donka Avenida. Yeah, that's the road goes out to the province. Every night, scooter races. At 2:30 this morning, they were still ripping up and down through there. No mufflers, going this as fast and as wild as they can. Plus, we've got fireworks going on till, well, it was 1 o'clock this morning. They were still lighting fireworks. Across the street over here, they got karaoke, got it turned up to 12, That goes on all night long. Well, this person obviously doesn't mind all of those things, or even the dogs barking 24 hours a day, but has an exception with the motorcycle. Get it. And I posted all of that. And I says, and this person is also a coward because they won't come to me and discuss this logically. I'm a reasonable person. I don't jump to things. I don't take offense very easily. You come to me and you discuss something. Hey, let's talk about it. You want to take up a collection and get 14,000 pesos. Hey, I'll put the Arkapovich exhaust on my motorcycle. I don't have 14K. That's a lot of money. But they obviously just have to see that, white face, automatic offense. I told him, I says, I'm an insomniac. And nothing I'd love more than take midnight rides on my motorcycle. So maybe I'll go for that too, since all the rest of the noises at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning don't seem to bother you. I'm sure that it will not get posted, and I'm sure that the administrator for the HOA will send me a message, and I'll stand behind every word I said. You got a problem with me, you come to me. We will discuss it rationally and like adults. You want to be a Karen? Okay, I can do the same. And I'll tell you what, you're not going to defeat my logic. One of the funny things here is critical thinking has never been taught. So let's have a discussion, shall we? Okay. Merry Christmas, and I hired a handyman for the day. We did some cleanup outside. The house looks a lot better now. I was pretty ashamed of how it was looking run down, and the house is barely 1 year old. Moved into it December 12th of last year. And just streaks on the walls and everything else. So we got out the brooms and the mops and the cleaning chemicals and things like that, and we did a cleanup. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. It's Christmas Eve here, Eve morning in the West. Merry Christmas, and I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday. Catch you all at the next one. So one of the annoyances I have here is, okay, so back here by the plants I have a lot of dirt and things that fall down from the plants, streaks my walls. But here, it's not dirty up there, but it just looks unsightly as hell. So I'm going to try and do a little cleanup here on aisle 5. And then I've had these rust spots because up here, see it, all this tubing, because the contractor didn't do his damn job, and everywhere it's screwed down into the tubing, he didn't put gaskets, so this tubing gets full of water, and then it drips down here and leaves rust stains. So we're working on getting this cleaned up here. Let's see how it comes out. All right, so it's looking a little bit better. A lot of these perceived streaks are just waves in the skim coat. Actually, they didn't even put a skim coat, so that's the problem here. This is really rough. I might put a skim coat and another coat of paint on here later this year, but for right now, I think I got a lot of the unsightliness. And still working down here on the plants, but we'll show that in a minute. Okay, so how does it look now? Yeah, a lot better, right? See, the plants, they leak dirt and it comes down on the sides, but I got plans for this. So you can see that this top wall here angles. So I've been talking to my handyman about this, and we think we got a plan here. And also when the rain comes down from here, it splashes on here, and since it's angled, it throws it towards the house. We have a plan for that. I'm going to put a lip on here. I haven't decided if I'm going to use angle iron aluminum like this right here, or if I'm going to use cocoa lumber. I have some extra back here, but I can always get more. And then glue that in, and then skim coat over the top of it, because I got to skim coat this anyway. So if I'm going to skim coat all of this, and you can see the difference here between where it's skim coated by the poles and the rough stuff here. And I can get the Sierra skim coat. It's waterproof, so I just glue the cocoa lumber right here on the edge, and then ramp up on the back side, and then right here I'll just leave a little gap so the water can pour down. But I'm thinking about putting rain gutters, a rain gutter all the way down there. My gate opens outward, so yeah, if I just have the downspout just inside of my gate, and then all the water that splashes down on here be trapped back against the wall here when it comes off the side, and my walkway should be a lot better. So, yep, little improvements at a time. It's a little bit of work. I don't know, 4 hours of work. It looks a lot better. So I was embarrassed. The front wall is looking a lot better too. I did that the other day. So yeah, it's looking a lot better here. I moved the plants except for what's going to be onions. I'm going to move these also. But I moved all of them back here against the house because they're undercover, but they also get full sun. So that's my next project. And then I got great big pots here. That's what my papayas are going to go in. If I can ever get this other one to grow. This one here is just kind of just lingering. This one's starting to grow pretty good, so I can get that in the pot, but I need to get some gravel similar to this. I'll put that in the bottom of the pot so that everything doesn't compact down at the bottom. So, yeah, more projects. My giant tomatoes are doing really good. That one's really taken off. This one's not doing bad, but a lot better than, say, my cherry tomatoes right there, my Filipino tomato. This is my green chilies. Okra is going crazy, and this is another one of my Filipino tomatoes. They're starting to come along now. And my jalapenos, I cannot get more jalapenos. I planted a lot of seeds in here and in that cup too. Same with the bell peppers. I planted more in there, but they're just not doing really great. My little chilies over here are doing really good. This plant died. I don't know. I can't remember what kind of plant that was. I'm going to remove the plant from there and put some more dirt in there. I have more dirt. I got some more the other day. This is all dirt here in these bags. Yeah, coffee grounds. You know, if you take your used coffee grounds, you have a drip maker, and you put some of that in here. The acid from the coffee will neutralize the alkalinity of the soil that's natural here. All right, that's it. Home improvements. I still got to touch up this wall here, but yeah, it's coming along. I've got little scrapes and scratches here, but I'm not going to repaint it right now. Got still a little bit of gunk right there. I guess then I got everything out. I'll clean that up. All right, that's it. Home improvements, Jerry's Hacienda.